Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm Sarah from Soap School, and today I wanted to try out a new fragrance. It's one from a company called Nature's Garden, and this particular one is called Cotton and Blossoms, and the smell is absolutely beautiful. It's really strong. It's got that fresh linen type smell, which I just love. But it also has a really nice floral note, and I thought it would be perfect for making my summer blossom soap swirl. So for this, I have my oil and my lye already ready, and I'm also going to try out a brand new mould. Now, I am so excited about this mould. It might not look very fancy, but it's the perfect size for a lot of the things that I want to do. I don't always want a gigantic mould. I want to be able to play and experiment and have fun with the soap rather than always making huge amounts. This is going to allow me to do all sorts of things and have masses of fun. I can't remember the exact dimensions of this, but I think looking at it, it's about 6 inches square and almost 2 inches deep, I would say. So it's going to be a fantastic mould. I'm going to be doing 500 grams of oil in this particular recipe, plus of course my water and my lye, and we'll see how far up it comes. Now, I know it's not going to fill this. I'm hoping for something about 1 inch in depth, which will be ideal. For this particular fragrance, their IFRA statement says that you can use this at 3%. But at 3%, I feel it would be a little bit too strong. So I'm actually only going to do it at 2%, and then we'll see where we go from there. And the great thing about Nature's Garden, if you ever do buy from them, is that they have all of the paperwork right on their website. So you won't have to go around chasing it and trying to find things afterwards for ages. You can literally download it straight away, and you can check which category the products that you were making fall under and what the level or the maximum amount that you should be using for that product would be, which is incredibly helpful. So I'm using a really bright green mica here. This is called Peridot, but a nice bright vibrant green I think is going to be a perfect complement. This is my orchid. Orchid pink is another favourite of mine. These particular ones are from my daughter's company, Happy Olive. I'm sure you'll be able to find something similar in your area. Now, I've already messed up because I like to actually add a little bit of oil into my micas when I start, and I completely forgot. So I'll show you another way of doing it. It's not as effective, but you know, these are exactly the kind of things that happen to all of us at the best of times. So having a way of dealing with it is just as important sometimes. Now, this fragrance says that it has light acceleration. I've never used it in soap before, so let's see quite how quickly it speeds things up. So not too badly at the moment. And I have to say that smell is absolutely divine. And then we're going to split some of this off into our colours. So when I mess up and I don't have the oils pre-mixed, I start off with just a little bit of the soap in with my mica and mix that first, and then add a little bit more of the soap batter afterwards. So wet it and mix it, and that then gives me less lumps to be messing around with and trying to smooth out afterwards. We'll do the same with this one. This is our Peridot. It's such a beautiful, vibrant green colour. Get all of that powder from around the bottom edges. I love using these compostable cups. They save so much washing up. And that's really going to give me that beautiful kind of summery pop of colour that will complement my blossoms colour. It was a really hard decision actually. I was thinking, do I do kind of blues and pale whites? But in the end, I really wanted to use this pink colour. And it's partly because I have a beautiful rose bush in my garden, and it just has the most perfect pink roses, and they just look delicious. I'm going to add some titanium dioxide that's already been mixed with some oil. Make that nice and white and give me that bit of a pop. Do you have a particular flower in your garden that you absolutely look forward to? Let me know in the comments. For me, this rose bush, you know, it really doesn't get much love. I am not a gardener at all. This poor rose bush never fails to bloom. And it blooms nice and early in the year, and then it blooms again really, really late with these gorgeous pink roses, and it just makes you happy. And that's really what gardening is all about, isn't it? Having those beautiful flowers just to make your day that little bit brighter. So my next colour is called Rosebud Pink, and it's just absolutely delicious. Let's pop some of this in there as well, and then we'll stir that in. It is starting to thicken up a little bit, that fragrance, but it's still very, very manageable. So I think they were absolutely right. A small amount of acceleration, but it really isn't anything to write home about. It's not going to affect things very much at all. Just fresh and clean, which I think is such a nice smell. But with that little bit of the blossoms in there as well, it's just an absolute win from me. So I'm going to just do some random pours into here. Might help if I bring it a little bit closer. I'm going to do some green. And then a little pop of white. I don't have a lot of white, so that's going to be much thinner. Just a little hint here and there. And then we'll go back to our main colour and cut through. That dominant, deep pink. Go back to our green. Keep a little bit back so I can decorate the top off a little bit. Some more white. Back to our deep pink. And then we'll use up the rest of our orchid with the last bits of our rosebud pink. There we go. And then we've just got this white that's left over. Let's try and get into the corners. Sometimes when you're doing things like this, it's so easy to miss the corners. And I think I'm going to use this spoon. It's a long-handled small spoon. And I'm just going to use this to actually go through and twist all of these lovely layers. Just give it a little curl on the top.